আধুনিক এই সময়ে আমরা আমাদের সন্তানদেরকে কিভাবে বড় করব এবং আল্লাহ রাব্বুল আলামিনের পক্ষ থেকে তাদেরকে যে আল্লাহ আমাদেরকে আমানত হিসেবে দান করেছেন সেই আমানতকে আমরা দুনিয়াতে কিভাবে রেখে যাব। প্রত্যেক মাতা পিতার একটাই প্রশ্ন, যেই প্রোগ্রামে যাই না কেন প্রশ্ন করতে বললেই প্রশ্ন একটাই, হুজুর ছেলেদেরকে নিয়ে কি করি। এবং অনেক প্যারেন্টস বর্তমান সময়ে একেবারে নাজুক পরিস্থিতিতে আছেন, নাজুক পরিস্থিতিতে। কারণ সন্তানদের জন্য মা বাবার ত্যাগের কথা আমরা সবাই জানি। সেই সন্তানগুলা যখন বড় হয়ে একেবারে অপোজিট সাইড চলে যায়, অবাধ্য হয়, দিন ধর্ম আকীদা সংস্কৃতি আখলাক সবকিছু নষ্ট করে একেবারে ভিন্ন আঙ্গিকে তারা যখন জীবন যাপন করে, এটা আমাদের জন্য অসম্ভব দুঃসহ হয়ে যায়। আমাদের জানা দরকার যে আমরা সন্তানদেরকে, বিশেষ করে বর্তমানে আধুনিক যুগে, এটা যে শুধুমাত্র ইংল্যান্ড আমেরিকা বা ইউরোপের মধ্যে সমস্যা সেটা না, সমস্যা ছড়াতে ছড়াতে এখন বাংলাদেশেও ছড়িয়ে পড়েছে। আমরা এখন আল্লাহর দরবারে দোয়া করব, আল্লাহ রাব্বুল আলামিন যেন আমাদেরকে তৌফিক দান করেন। মনে রাখবেন, প্রথম বিষয় হচ্ছে সন্তান আল্লাহর পক্ষ থেকে আমাদের জন্য আমানত। কিছু জিনিস আমাকে সেট করে নিতে হবে আকীদাতান, বিশ্বাসগত দিক থেকে। সেটা হচ্ছে দুইটা দর্শন পৃথিবীতে অ্যাভেলেবল। একটা হচ্ছে এটা আমার একটাই চান্স, পৃথিবীতে আমি আবার দ্বিতীয়বার আসব না। যেহেতু দ্বিতীয়বার আসব না, সেই হেতু আমি আমার খুশির জন্য সন্তুষ্টির জন্য যা মন চাই করতে পারবো। একটা হচ্ছে এই দর্শন, মানে ওয়ান চান্স। এটা আমাদের মুসলমান ভাইদের মুখেও শুনি, ওয়ান চান্স, ডু হোয়াট এভার ইউ ওয়ান্ট টু ডু। আপনার সন্তান, আপনার পরিবার, হুজুর সন্তান আর পরিবার এটা তো আছে, এটা থাকবে, কিন্তু আমি তো পৃথিবীতে দ্বিতীয়বার আসব না। আপনি আপনার চিন্তায় হয়তো ঠিক আছেন, কিন্তু আমাদের ধর্মীয় দৃষ্টিকোণ, ধর্মীয় দর্শন সেটা না। আমাদের এখানে আল্লাহ রাব্বুল আলামিন আমাদের জন্য দুইটা জায়গা রেখেছেন। একটাকে আমরা দুনিয়া বলি, একটাতে আমরা আখিরাত বলি। আমার আল্লাহ দুনিয়ার যেই সীমাবদ্ধতা বা সময়, এটাকে অনেক লিমিটেড করেছেন। আখিরাতকে আল্লাহ রাব্বুল আলামিন ইনফিনিট করেছেন, এটাতে কোনো লিমিটেশন নাই। আমাদেরকে বলা হয়েছে এটা দারুল ইবতিলা, পরীক্ষাগার, আর ওইটা হচ্ছে দারুন নাজাত, এবং ওইটা হচ্ছে ফলাফল ভোগ করার সময়। তা আমি শুরুতে আমার এই ফিলোসফিগুলো ঠিক করে নিতে হবে, নাম্বার 1। নাম্বার 2 হচ্ছে আমার সন্তানদের, পৃথিবীতে আপনি এখন দুই ধরনের মা বাবা পাচ্ছেন। এক ধরনের মা বাবা রাত দিন কষ্ট করছে সন্তানকে ভালো স্কুলিং, ভালো ইউনিভার্সিটি এবং ভালো জীবন দেওয়ার জন্য, যেটার সাথে দুনিয়া সম্পৃক্ত। কেস যখন আপনার কাছে এসেছে, আপনার দর্শন আবার ভিন্ন। কেন? আপনার দর্শনের মধ্যে দুনিয়াও আছে, আখিরাতও আছে। আপনি শুধু তাকে দুনিয়ার দিক বিবেচনায় চিন্তা করলে হচ্ছে না, আপনার দুনিয়ার দিকটাও চিন্তা করতে হচ্ছে, আখিরাতের দিকটাও চিন্তা করতে হচ্ছে। তাহলে প্যারেন্টস এখন আপনার আমার সমাজের মধ্যে দুই ধরনের পাওয়া যায়। দেয়ার আর টু কাইন্ডস অফ প্যারেন্টস। দ্য ফার্স্ট ওয়ান, দে আর টার্গেট, এদের প্ল্যান, মিশন, ভিশন জাস্ট ফর দিস দুনিয়া। আপনি জিজ্ঞেস করেন, এই যে আপনি ভালো কলেজ, আমি ভালো শিক্ষা দিতে চাই, ভালো শিক্ষা দিতে চাই, উনি ভালো শিক্ষা দিয়ে ভালো ইউনিভার্সিটি, ভালো জব, আলটিমেটলি টাকা, আলটিমেটলি টাকা, একটা সুন্দর জীবন। আচ্ছা, সব মা বাবাই চায় সন্তানের জীবনটা সুন্দর হোক, কিন্তু আমাদের দর্শনটা আরেকটু ভিন্ন, আমাদের কাজ আরেকটু এক্সট্রা আছে। সেটা কি? আমাদের মেইন পয়েন্ট হচ্ছে আখিরা, মেইন পয়েন্ট। তাহলে এই আখিরাত ঠিক করার জন্য আমি তাকে এক্সট্রা অনেক কিছু শিখাতে হচ্ছে, আকীদা শিখাতে হচ্ছে, আমল শিখাতে হচ্ছে, আখলাক শিখাতে হচ্ছে, স্পিরিচুয়ালিটি শিখাতে হচ্ছে, মসজিদে পাঠাইতে হচ্ছে, হুজুর রাখতে হচ্ছে, রাত দিন তার বাবাকে দিয়ে তাকে মসজিদে পাঠাইতে হচ্ছে। এটা একদিনের কাজ না, এটা একটা প্রসেসিং, এটা একটা প্রসেসিং। তাইলে প্যারেন্টিং, এক ধরনের প্যারেন্টস আছে শুধু দুনিয়া, আমার প্যারেন্টস এর মধ্যে আমি দুনিয়াও আছে আখেরাতও আছে, এগুলো আমি আগ থেকে আমার ডিসাইড করে নিতে হবে। আচ্ছা, এর পরবর্তীতে আমাকে যেটা সিদ্ধান্ত নিতে হবে যে আমার এখানে আই নিড মানি and my children's are my property as well. So what is the most important property? আমার সবচেয়ে বড় wealth কোনটা? This is to decide that which one is the most important and significant to me. I need money, no doubt, but at the same time I need to spend time for my children. Why? Because if you think about the importance, which is more important, so spending time with the children is more important than earning money. It doesn't mean that you're going to stop earning money because your children needs money. This is your religious responsibility to fulfill his duties, to fulfill his requirements, to fulfill his needs. That's why parenting is not easy job. That's why Islam does not command my wife to earn money. Islam does not command. Islam does not appreciate as well. If she is determined, desperate to work, Islam does not stop. Because Islamic planning and programming, Islam wants to prepare my children for this dunya and for the akhirah, for this great job. Islam wants me to support, financial support to my family. Islam wants my wife, Prophet's teaching wants my wife to stay home and to nurture, to look after my children and to prepare them for this dunya and for the akhirah. This is a great job, but at this modern time we would like to ignore, underestimate this great responsibility. We think about everybody, all men, women, boys, girls, সবাই চায় নিজের ব্যক্তি জীবনকে সাজাতে। এটারে কি বলে? তো আমার একটা ক্যারিয়ার আছে। Everybody wants to flourish their career. Ladies, gentlemen, husband, wife. Husband is busy to develop his career, to flourish his career. At the same time, wife is busy to flourish, to develop her career. So both of them are busy. If you want, what is the Islamic point of view? Islamic point of view is very clear. Islam does not stop women from working, but Islam does not appreciate it. Why? Because the responsibility is much more greater than we think. The responsibility is much more greater than we think. This is not easy job. Before that, before 20th century, it was easy because of the environment, because of the environment, because of the atmosphere. Because if you want to nurture your children, if you want to raise them in a proper Islamic environment, you need three things. Three things are required: family, society, school, and religious gathering, spiritual, highly spiritual authority, great ulama in existence. So there are four things. The first thing is family. Before this century, we used to live together. This is my father, this is my father's brother, my uncle, this is my pupu. So we all live in a same place. Okay, we call it bari. We call it mahalla. Okay, all are far cousins. There was an environment. So my children, at the age of 7, at the age of 4, at the age of 5, he learned so many things from the environment before he start going to school. This is called tarbiyah. So the first tarbiyah he receives from the environment before he starts his school at the age of 5 and 6. He knows what is relation. He knows what is uncles. He starts learning about the value of relations. And then when he goes to school, the school environment is different. School used to give emphasis to develop moral and ethical values of the student as well as their education. And from the state level, because of this environment, এই পুরা পরিবেশ পরিস্থিতির কারণে আমরা যখন ছোট ছিলাম আমাদেরকে এই বিষয় নিয়ে চিন্তা করতে হয় নাই। At the same time, you used to have great scholar. You can spend some times with them. Everybody needs someone, a highly spiritual and moral personality to whom you and me would be connected, who has influence in our life. Everybody is in need, deliberately, desperately in need of moral and spiritually highly exalted scholar, so that we can go to him, we can listen to him if I am in any problems. In our subcontinent of Asia, we call it peer. They are religiously, spiritually, morally, they are scholars. You need someone. Before that, we used to have highly pious imam in the masjid. They are spiritually, morally, used to be very developed. We can spend time, we can speak to them, we can listen to them, we can ask them. They used to give us good solution. Problem related to our family problem, social problem, they used to solve it. তারা এই প্রবলেম গুলাকে সলভ করতে পারতো। এই জন্য প্রত্যেক ব্যক্তির একটা মানুষ দরকার, যেই মানুষটার কথা ওই ব্যক্তি শুনবে। মানে যেই মানুষটার কথা আপনি শুনতে পছন্দ করেন, আপনি পুরা দুনিয়াতে শুনেন না, কিন্তু উনি যদি কিছু একটা বলেন, আপনারা কি বলি, আমরা কি বলি, যে দেখেন আমি অন্য কেউ বললে এই কথা আমি শুনতাম না, কিন্তু আপনি বলাতে শুনতেছি। এভরিবডি, প্রত্যেক ব্যক্তির এই ধরনের একজন ব্যক্তি দরকার। তো বিফোর দ্যাট, দিস ইজ হাউ we used to raise our children, because this world, it needs so many types of human being. It needs intellectuals, it needs scientists, it needs flight lieutenant, it needs surgeon for open hearts. So many types of people you need. So that's why mother in the family, parents, a very important role they have to play to produce various types of the human being, which is necessary tool for this dunya. But unfortunately, when the problem is that we should know the problem. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala ali sayyidina Muhammadin wa barik wa sallim. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala ali sayyidina Muhammadin wa barik wa sallim. So the first thing is to understand the problem, which problems we are going through. The main problem is at this moment time has changed. Our children, the problems I'm talking about, why we need to think about this, why we need to learn about this, because our children, they do not come with manual instruction, that following the instruction, mashallah, as we buy sofa or dismantle things, so when they deliver us, we have to assemble it according to the guideline of the instruction. But unfortunately, children do not come with the assembling or manual instruction. Two words we have to learn: nature and nurture. Nature and nurture. When our children comes to us, the first thing is nature. Naturally, something would be transferred from the parents to the children. By nature, this is genetical. He speaks definitely as I speak. All right? So many things would be similar. This is naturally planned by Allah Almighty. You don't need to struggle, you don't need to work. Then the second thing is nurture. Your nurturing is really important for the growth, for the development of his moral, spiritual, inside discipline and outward discipline. Your struggle, your nurture is really, really important for the development of his moral and ethical value. They don't believe in it. Science and technology made them very much rational. They want to put in every single thing the question why. Why this is, why this is not. If you talk about the life in the grave, the question is why. If you talk about the day of the judgment, the question would be why. That philosophically, because he has access from the great eight, he thinks about this extraordinary development. So he has so many questions. These questions made his brain disturbed, made his brain puzzled, perplexed. That's why they don't want to listen what religion says. They do not want to think about the life after death. They are not interested to learn about the life in the grave, because science does not support all these things. Because of the influence of science and on the top means of communication, he has directly entry in the means of communication. He doesn't need to ask anybody. If he wants to know anything, he directly can Google to know. So this all information, because information will make you confused. So he is confused because of the means of communication and because of the science and technology. On the top, our family dynamic, it is changed. Single parenting increased. And our family life, his parents' life, when he look at his parents' life, because they learn by seeing, he experienced his parents' life is not good, not stable, not peaceful. There is no calm, no peace in his parents' life. That's why if anybody wants to raise their children in an Islamic way, they have to make sure three most important things that I'm saying, that cultural and societal influence. Cultural and societal influence means children are exposed to diverse values and lifestyles through media, through peers and educations. When he goes to school, he is exposing, or he is seeing, experiencing different cultures, different values. He has friends in the same school, people from different ethnicity, different background, different countries, different religions. So he is facing the problem I have never seen in my life. I have to understand his problems. His education system and my education system is not same. In his education system, there is no concept of Allah and Rasulullah and Qabr and Hashar and the day of judgment. He has never heard in throughout his education. These are the challenges for us. Why? Because I have to think about my children. I have to think about their life after death. I have to think about their life in the grave. I have to think about their life in this world and in the hereafter. So these are the challenges. Cultural and societal influence. The second thing is technological advancement. You see the technological advancement. This technological advancement made his Aqidah very loose. He doesn't have, his Aqidah is not strong. That's why he doesn't care. He doesn't want to come to the masjid even. And this is what happening about 40, 85 to 90% of our children. When they come to the masjid, their question, their attitude in the class, They don't care. They are being forced by by their parents. That's why they come. And it has a great mistake that is made by us as a teacher. I mean, the masjid teacher, scholar, at the same time, the parents. The third thing is changing family dynamics. Changing family dynamics means both parents are busy. Busy schedule of mom and dad. Busy schedule of the mom and dad. And single parent household. Blended families, broken families, single parenting, busy schedule, all these are our challenges. This is our challenges. And we have to understand these so that we can nurture them, we can educate them. And most important, that we have to understand for the raising our children, three things are really important. The first thing is tarbiyah. The second thing is ta'deeb. The third most important thing is ta'aleem. The first thing is tarbiyah. The second thing is ta'deeb. The third thing is ta'aleem. What we do, we start with ta'aleem. Disregarding, rejecting, avoiding the first two important things, which is tarbiyah and ta'deeb. What is tarbiyah? Tarbiyah is our children's religious development. We teach them to be successful in the hereafter by seeking closeness to Allah and following the examples of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this is tarbiyah. Tarbiyah, that's why Hazrat Ali ibn Abi Talib radiyallahu ta'ala anhu said that you have to play with your children in the first 7 years. Then you have to teach him in the second 7 years. Then you have to advise him in the third 7 years. You can understand this in this way. First 7 years is this year of tarbiyah and ta'deeb. In the first 7 to 12 years, I have to teach my children, I have to let them know that I have a day which is called Day of Judgment. This is awareness. I have to produce this awareness in his mind that there is a life after death. There is a day of judgment. I have to achieve the closeness of Allah Almighty. I have to follow the footsteps of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, till 12 years, I have to introduce our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah Almighty and the Day of Judgment with him or her. This is tarbiyah. For this tarbiyah, I have to create an environment, atmosphere in my house. The second most important thing is ta'deeb. Ta'deeb is to teach our children to have good outward manners and conduct and have the inward disciplines of self-restraint, which is taqwa. So in ta'deeb, I have to teach my children manners, etiquettes, inward and outward. Outward manners and etiquettes, how to behave with others, how to behave with the uncles. I have to introduce him. The first in the age of tarbiyah, you will introduce him with Allah Almighty, with Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Day of Judgment. The second thing, this is aim of his life or her life. The second thing is family, uncles, aunties, grandfather, grandmother. This is our friend. Manners and etiquettes, how to behave. And then inward discipline. Inward discipline means what to do, what not to do. I am allowed to eat, as you people encouraged your children not to eat any haram things. I have seen so many of our sons and daughters, when they go to the shop, before they buy a chocolate, they check ingredients. This is great job. We appreciate, mashallah. This is how you will encourage, you will teach them. This is called inward discipline, taqwa, what to do, what not to do. So the first one is tarbiyah, the second one is ta'deeb. Tarbiyah is 3 awareness: Allah, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam in the akhirah. Ta'deeb is manners, etiquettes, outward conducts and manners, inward discipline. Inward discipline means which is called taqwa, how to control yourself, what to do, what not to do, where to go, I'm not allowed to go. These are ta'deeb. The third thing is ta'aleem. Ta'aleem means to teach our children religious instruction, 5 pillars of Islam, and recitation of the Holy Quran. This is how you have to pray. These are the fardak. These are the wajib. These are the sunnat muakkada. This is fard. This is the definition of fard. This is the definition of wajib. This is the definition of sunnat muakkada, gair muakkada. This is hajj. These are the primary requirements of the hajj. This is zakat. This is religious instruction. What we do? What from out of these 3, what should to come first? Tarbiyah to come first. Then ta'deeb, then ta'aleem. But what we do? Rejecting tarbiyah and ta'deeb, we start from ta'aleem. We start from ta'aleem. That's why my children, he knows how to read the Quran. He knows how to pray, but he doesn't know how to behave. He doesn't have a mental, sentimental, emotional attachment with my family. He doesn't care. He doesn't know what is softness, what is generosity, what is politeness, what is behavior, how to conduct, how to talk to the elders. He doesn't know. I am very happy because he knows how to recite the Quran. These 3 things, if we can learn from here today, this is our success. That they are my amana. They are my amana. So my responsibility, my best gift to my children. You say, somebody says mobile, somebody says so many things, car. My best gift of parents to their children is to upbring them, proper upbringing, proper raising your children. This is the best gift from the parents. Because they are the trust, they are the amana from Allah Almighty. And this is really, really great job. Parents, that means mom and dad, has to go together. Mom and dad has to understand how great job it is, and they have to consult with each other. But unfortunately, 80%, but more than 80% families, our parents, they are not happy. Big fight in our family. Because of this, it has very bad influence in raising our children. Inshallah, we'll talk about this. Jazakumullah khairul jaza for listening.